For what?
We need the ego for dealing with the immediate problems that we face. That's what the ego is all about, dealing with the immediate. It's a mediator, in fact. The ego is like, on the iPhone, the thing that counts your steps that people are so into. The ego is like counting your steps. It's like, this is what you have to do today. This is in order to satisfy the demands of the environment, be a good person. You need the ego to like put the garbage out on the right nights and separate the recyclables from the rest. You need the ego to do your homework, to
recognize that my wife is a separate person from me and is an autonomous being. Is that true?
You need the ego even to meditate. To sit down on the cushion and watch your breath. That's an ego function, So the ego is like moving us around in the world, that's how, and the ego develops in the first couple of years of life as the child realizes that, they have a mind and that they're separate from their mother, from their father. They have to deal with them, and the ego recognizes that, I'm just this little person in this world that's full of big people, and there's so many more of them, and I have to go to school and learn to read and how to go to the bathroom and wipe myself. That's all ego stuff. And the ego wants to be in control and thinks it should be able to be in control of everything. But we all know people who are so into their egos that they're impossible to be around because they're trying to control everything, including you. So the Buddha recognized, and Western psychotherapists also recognize, that the ego is not everything. That one of the things the ego has to learn to do is to relax itself, to unburden itself. That we don't have to be integrated all the time as I'm Mark and I know who I am and so on. That there's something called unintegration that happens when I'm reading a book or taking a walk in the woods or after sex or making art or listening to music. So much cultural activity is about allowing yourself to settle into an unintegrated state, which is different from disintegrating, the way a crazy person would be.
Define the difference.
In unintegration, the ego is like safely put aside.
Is this like the zone?
It could be like the zone. It could be like the zone. When the Buddha remembered himself sitting under the rose apple tree with a joyful feeling, was kind of blissing out under the tree, knowing that his father was there in the distance, that was a state of unintegration. Okay? When you're in church and people are singing together, and you're caught up in the swell of the group activity, that's a state of unintegration. When you're playing basketball and you're